So I'm filming my first commercial. Well, maybe it's not really commercial, and I am volunteering on this, so yeah, it's a project that I'm excited for. So let me tell you the backstory. Well, hey everyone, thanks for joining in, and I just want to share a little bit about what we've been doing, kind of on our downtime while we've been here in Queenstown, and just how God's been using us and just forming connections. It's been really cool. So a little bit of our backstory, about 3 years ago, we came here to Queenstown and we just visited just for the day. And as we were leaving, we were driving down the scenic highway down to Milford Sound, for all of you who know what Milford Sound is. And as we were driving down, just outside of Queenstown, I felt like God was highlighting this farmland. And I didn't really think much of it. I just thought it was pretty land and that was that. Well, years later, here we are. We moved to New Zealand and we were thinking, okay, well, where are we going to live? And that farmland was highlighted to me. So I looked at a map and zoomed in and tried to find that farmland and couldn't find it because it was not farmland anymore. They actually developed it into a neighborhood, and that's the neighborhood that we currently live in, called Jack's Point. And one of the cool things about this neighborhood is it's a gorgeous neighborhood. Obviously we have the Remarkables behind us and it's amazing. But just across the street with us, there is a mission organization called YWAM Queenstown. It stands for Youth with a Mission. And for those of you who don't know it, YWAM is a mission organization. They have different bases throughout the world, and every base is a little different. This base in particular, we've just fallen in love with all the missionaries over there. We've joined them for a lot of outreaches, evangelizing, worshiping, praying, and we've really just come to really enjoy being with this amazing community. So they have something called a DTS scheduled in February here, and that stands for Discipleship Training School, and it's basically an intense, I believe it's 3 to 4 month, essentially a Bible school where they do practical lectures, and they then take those lectures and go out and serve it into practical missions. So we've been praying with them, asking God to highlight people in New Zealand here that are already in the country that were planning on going out and serving God in various missions, to realize that they're here for a reason and they can come to YWAM Queenstown and live in community here and get to know God more and make God known more with the YWAM family here. So why am I saying all this? Well, for those of you who know me, my background is actually website and graphic design. I currently run a website company helping mortgage companies with their websites and SEO and social media branding. So pretty much right when I heard about their February 2021 DTS, I got this idea of creating a short 1-minute promo, creating a Facebook ad that's targeted specifically to Christians here in New Zealand that otherwise might be out in the world doing missions, and let them know that there is this discipleship training school that is geared towards missionaries, and while they're here in New Zealand, they might as well get the proper training for them to be eventually sent out into the world like they're planning on doing anyway. So I'm spearheading this campaign now, so there's a couple practical things that I need to do. Number one, make a script, and I'm gonna go through the script here that I made and share it with you guys, see what you guys think. Number two, we then have to take that script and actually record the footage. And thankfully, we've been vlogging and we have a lot of great equipment, and it's been really fun getting new gear and upgrading our equipment here. And then once we actually record certain scenes, there are a lot of B-roll scenes that I'm gonna wanna get for a background. And realistically, this is just a 1-minute video. There's not that much footage I have to get, but for those of you filmmakers out there, there's always more footage that you wanna get rather than less footage, so you can actually use what you need to use when editing. So I'm trying to get that all done within this week, and then at the end of the week, I'm gonna be building a pretty simple landing page that's basically a questionnaire, giving a little bit more information that the video doesn't give. The whole point is it's a call to action to try to get people's name, phone number, and email. And from there, the YWAM team will be reaching out to them, calling them, and discussing what their DTS actually is, answering any questions they might have, and seeing if the school is right for the applicant, but also seeing if the applicant is right for the school. With the borders closed, they're realistically only expecting about 5 to 20 applicants actually attending the school. I'm hoping for more than that, but I wanted to go through and just share with you kind of what I'm doing in the background here, but also how God's using just a practical skill that I've learned with filmmaking here and using it to expand his kingdom. All right, so here's the script that I kind of quickly created, and I'm just going to go through it. And you got to think that there's like highly cinematic shots and, you know, a lot of depth of field in the background and everything like that. Kind of a moody tune with almost like a big bass in the background music. And I'm going to be interviewing a bunch of people saying this script here, and then the idea is I'm going to be kind of fast cutting between them. So here's the script, and I'm going to kind of say it as I expect it to be edited, but you know, we'll see how this changes as I go throughout this week here. You are not stuck here, but God actually has you planted here in New Zealand for the reason of expanding His kingdom in this season. So join us at YWAM Queenstown for our upcoming discipleship training school. We are a community that is intentional about going after God's heart for this amazing country that we are all planted in. Join us this February 2021 to know God more and make Him more known. And yeah, B-roll and all that kind of stuff. And so that's the general script that I created. Realistically, this might be changed up. This is actually, you know, just a couple minutes of me going through this, and we'll brainstorm it a little bit more, tweak it a little bit more, and it might change as we do these interviews as well and actually get the footage. But by the way, if you guys have any critiques on that script, hey, please leave a comment below what you would change. And if you see a completely different vision for how this should go, hey, I'm all ears, guys. I'm new to this. So yeah, please leave that in the comments below as well. Thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to share a little bit of what I'm going to be doing this week. I'm really excited. It's been a real blessing for us to be around this YWAM community and just see how God's working in their hearts. And it's just been a real blessing to us. So we just wanted to share kind of what we've been up to. Ooh, and you have to tune in next week to see what the final commercial is going to look like. And did it look like what you pictured in your mind, or is it completely different, or would you do it a completely different way? So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Check out our other videos as well. They're a lot different than this. I appreciate you watching along though, and yeah, just join along on what God's using us for this week, and hopefully we see more God encounters like this. Subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate you guys, and leave a comment. It doesn't really take a whole lot of time for you guys, but it means the world to us. It helps this whole YouTube algorithm and gets our videos shared more. So guys, we appreciate you so much, and hope you guys are having a blessed day, and talk soon.